And so today we're going to look at the vocabulary words that we looked at yesterday. And then we're going to look at some new vocabulary words that we'll be focusing on in today's lesson. Yesterday we looked at the word atmosphere. We learned that atmosphere is the thin layer of gases that surrounds the earth. It seals the planet and protects us from the vacuum of space. It protects us from electromagnetic radiation given off by the sun. So that's atmosphere. We also look at weather, and we learned that weather is a condition of the atmosphere at a given time. So it talks about what's happening right now in the atmosphere on a daily basis. Prediction. A prediction is a statement that someone makes about what they think is going to happen. And we can look at our meteorologists because they are always making prediction. They predict what the weather will be like so we can know what to wear, how to dress, or what to take with us while we're going out every day. So our meteorologists, they make prediction. You can too. We looked at the word climate. We said that climate is the average weather in an area. Climate also happens over a longer period of time, whereas with our weather, it happens on a daily basis, day to day. But climate talks about that average weather over a long period of time. Temperature. And we said that temperature is how hot or cold something is. So, what hot or cold the atmosphere, the air in the atmosphere is. And sometimes we also take the temperature of our body to see if we're sick or if we're running a fever. And we use a thermometer to do that. New words loading. Now, today we'll be looking at some of our weather tools, or sometimes you may hear the word weather instrument. And our first word is thermometer. Is a tool that is used to measure how much heat is in the air. It looks something like this. Now there are many different thermometers, right? Inside it, you have what is called the mercury. Our next weather tool is the weather vane, or another word for the weather vane is the wind vane. Now, when we talk about the weather vane, it measures the wind direction, the where the wind is coming from. And one way to help you to remember the weather vane is that it has south, east, west, and north. And sometimes there's a rooster at the top of it. So that's one thing that you can use to help you to remember the weather vane or wind vane. Remember, it measures the wind's direction. Anemometer. Now, the anemometer is used to measure the wind speed. It measures how fast that wind is going, how fast the wind is blowing. If you notice at the top of this image, it looks like some little scoops. So that's one way you can use, one thing you can use to help you to remember the anemometer. And remember, it is used to measure the wind speed. Barometer. Now the barometer, it measures the air pressure, how much air is pressing down on the earth, right? So that's what we use to measure how much air pressure in the atmosphere. And we use this tool right here. It kind of looks like a watch or a clock, but the numbers are totally different. Now, students, there are many different types of barometer, but most of them are they looks something like this. And the last tool that we're going to look at is the hydrometer. Now the hydrometer, unlike the barometer, it is used to measure humidity in the air. It is used to measure how much humidity is in the air. Now that you've learned or that you've heard of all the new words and the vocabularies that we looked at yesterday, I need you to turn to or to go to the tab where you have your interactive workbook. and you're only going to type the new vocabulary words that we did for today. So you're only typing the new vocabulary words in your interactive workbook.